Hello, I'm back. Uh, this is kind of my second try at recording this since my first recording didn't really go so well. It was disturbed sadly, and I felt like I could have explained the things that I wanted to explain better. Since it's Christmas break, I'd like to talk about something other than schoolwork and school life. So I'm gonna talk about the main game I've been playing other than the one you're seeing right now is Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon's been a big part. I wanna do so much with Pokemon. I wanna play Unbound, Radical Red, Pokemon Source. I wanna also start a Nuzlocke with either Pokemon Emerald or Pokemon Black. Many things I wanna do with Pokemon, but too little time. So I'd just like to talk about my favorite generation in Pokemon. It has to be Generation 5. I love both Black and White and Black and White 2. They're amazing games. Like amazing games. They they have amazing story. I love the Pokemon in them. People often dislike uh Gen 5, but nowadays people are starting to like it and are starting to appreciate it better. That way back when, that's all I ever heard about Gen 5 is how bad the Pokemon designs were, but when I played the game, I loved it. When I say I loved it, I mean I loved it. I love the Pokemon. I wanted to use every single one of them. I haven't gotten to use every single one of them, but I really want to use Gothitelle, uh, LGM. Like, I want to use these Pokemon. I don't know what else Pokemon I haven't used yet, but yeah, I wanna play it again. I wanna do it, but emulators on the phone are kind of bad, and I don't know if I can record it because I wanna record it and show it to you guys. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, so what am I talking about? Gen 5. Yeah, Gen 5 is my favorite. Obviously, there are tons of good Pokemon. People often underrate it because of Pokemon like Garbodor and Vanilluxe, but come on, there's so many good Pokemon designs other than those bad ones. Of course, there are gonna be bad ones. There are a lot of Pokemon in Gen 5. Let me name a couple of really great Pokemon. Haxorus, my favorite. Hydreigon, Crocodile. What else? Zekrom and Reshiram are amazing looking legendaries. Samurot's pretty cool, and so is Superior. Granted, are they the best looking starter Pokemon? Not really, but they they grow on you. And who else? Stoutland's pretty good. People really like Excadrill. I'm not a big fan personally, but people love him, and I can see why. Uh, there are plenty more, but I haven't played Pokemon Black and in a while, so I'll I'll jog my memory. Who else? Who was the guy with the sagging pants? Scrafty. Yeah, that one. Amazing Pokemon too. Like I could Conkeldurr, Gigalith. I mean, come on, there are plenty of amazing looking Pokemon on Black or Gen 5. So people often just tend to ignore those. Well, as I said earlier, it's getting better now. People starting to see why Gen 5 is so good. Now, I want to talk about some Pokemon in Gen 5 that I think are kinda underrated. Uh, First of all, Swanna. Now, when I may be slightly biased because I used Swanna in my original playthrough, or my I think not really my original, my second playthrough. I mean, I used Swanna, and Swanna was amazing for me. I didn't really know what flying type I mean that I wanted to use, so I just picked up or I just encountered a what was a ducklet? I mean, yeah, I encountered a ducklet. It had a good nature, so I was like, I will use it temporarily. Then it evolved, and it kept being a trooper. Like it survived hits that I didn't think it could survive. It did surprising amount of damage every time, and it was just a great Pokemon overall during that playthrough. So I was like, so I think around my fourth playthrough, I decided to use it again, and what do you know? It was great. It was great again. It performed similarly, if not slightly better than my second playthrough, and I feel like I've gotten slightly attached to it because of the fact that it did so much for me during those playthroughs, and it basically was like her second or best or most well performing Pokemon I had on that team, and I had good Pokemon on those team. Younger me was a Pokemon noob that wanted to use all the strong Pokemon, and if the Pokemon didn't have at least 100 speed, I would ignore that Pokemon and you know kid stuff. But surprisingly, Swanna was great out of all of them. Nuzlocking, I'm kind of sad I won't be able to use Swanna this if I Nuzlocke from Black because I'm planning on using Oshawott, so having another electric weak Pokemon may not be such a good idea, but you know, it is what it is. Now, what do I wanna talk about? What other Pokemon are underrated? I feel Druddigon is underrated. People don't like the way he looks. I've never used them personally, and I've never used them in any playthroughs, in any gameplays, but I actually like the way he looks. It looks uniquely cool. Like cool in a strange way. I know the colors look weird together, and I know the weird shapes and stuff, but I don't know. I just look at them and I go, I like it. It's just weird. I can't explain it, but I find the Pokemon strangely cool looking. Probably because of the arms. The arms look very monstrous on that thing. But yeah, like those are the only ones that I can remember so far. Well, I don't really know what who else are like super underrated Pokemon that are actually pretty good in Gen 5. Those two are the only ones that I feel like people don't acknowledge enough. Now that I think about it, there's actually still one more Pokemon that I feel like is underrated. That is Emboar. People really dislike Emboar, but throughout the years, he's really grown on me. Like I really like his design now. I don't know what about his design I like so much exactly, but he's my second favorite firefighting type. My first would be Blaziken, Ambor, then Infernip. It's not that Infernip is bad or anything, but I've just never been too much of a fan. I know that's a controversial opinion, but I just think I prefer Ambor better. And Ember performed pretty well when I used him, and so that's why I like him. He performed well, he looks cool, and I think he's genuinely just underrated. People hate on him for no. Well, I kinda see the reason. He's standing up. I think he would also be better if he was sitting down or on four legs. Yeah, so I can see why people would dislike him because of that, but come on. Embor's a really good looking Pokemon if you really look at him, and he does grow on you. And I just hope more people, Embor grows with more people, because I really like the way he looks, and it's sad seeing people hate him so much, and no, that's about it. So, the video's about to end, so like, peace, I guess. Bye.